Following the allegations of sexual abuse, child labor, misappropriation of funds leveled against Reverend Isaac Newton Wusu, the director of Stevens Center International, members of the alumni body of the institution appeal for audience and proper investigation carried out by concerned government agencies and the sponsors of Stevens Children's Home.
I'm Joshua Silvan is my name. I'm a former student of Stevens Center International from 2006 to 2010. After my stay here, I went to Nasarawa State University to further my studies around August. My colleague named Nicodemus called on me that can I come to Jos, and I asked him for what. He said he really wants to see me. I said I can come, only that I don't have transport. He said transport is not an issue. He said let me just give you my account number immediately, and he sent 3,000 naira for transport fare. I went there. On getting there, I saw my colleagues. We were like 13 in number. Zingard was the chief proponent of the meeting, followed by Nicodemus. They gave us 10,000 naira each person. They wanted bringing down Reverend Isaac Newton Wusu in order for them to form theirs, and they wanted Zingard to be the director of the center, followed by Nicodemus. They even discussed about how to form their own Stevens Center, that they will leave. They are not coming down here to come and take over this place. One of them brought suggestion of they forming Stevens Center at Jos, but they said they won't form Stevens Center at Jos. Why? Because there's a lot of crisis in Jos. So the deliberation was kind of okay. Let them still form it towards this Yoruba's states. Why? Because the state is a bit peaceful. When we ended the meeting, Zingard's secretary gave everybody 10,000 naira. They are brainwashing people, bribing people, and a lot of people have joined them because of the money.
My name is Simon Austin from Plateau State. I came to Stevens Center in the year 2005. I actually spent 9 years in this place. I graduated around 2014. The fact is that I've met Gang Moses. I asked him some questions. One of it was like, why people doing this, all these things. He told me that they want to bring Big Uncle down. That instead of Big Uncle to bring someone that will take over, but Big Uncle want to be doing things on himself.
Okay, my name is Ibrahim Habiba. I've been at the Stevens Children's Home for close to 17 years. I did my primary, secondary and university here in Ogun State, Abeokuta, and everything has been sponsored by the Voice of the Christian Martyrs. I was fortunate to attend one of their meetings that was held at Kaduna State. This concerned old students. So it was also said that they were not actually fighting Big Uncle himself, but they are fighting the Voice of the Christian Martyrs. That if it's left for them to fight Big Uncle, that they should be done with him long ago.
I came to Stevens Center 2006, and I started from primary 4 till SS1. I was not able to complete my secondary education in Stevens Center due to some problems my mom was facing at home, because my brother graduated from Stevens Center International, and then when he got home, he joined a bad gang. So when my mother told me everything when I'm still in school, I told her if I come back, I'm not coming back to Stevens Center again. She said why? I told her I want to help her. So when I came back home, I proceeded, and when I went to learn bricklaying, and from there God helped me. I learned how to lay blocks, and then I started doing that as my handwork and my profession. Then recently, that should be last year, 2017, when my phone started ringing. So I picked the call, and the person told me is Yam. I now asked which of the gang. He said Jam Moses. I said okay, how far? He said fine. He now told me we have to meet. We are having a meeting, an urgent meeting on Sunday at Gate Law. So when I attended the meeting, because the meeting was not held in our office at Jos, so we asked him, is this meeting an alumni meeting or your own personal meeting? He said no, this is his own personal meeting. We now said okay, fine, let's further the discussion. Then he now said, after praying and everything, he said there is problem in Stephen Center. Then all of us that were in the meeting were surprised. You said the meeting does not concern Stephen Center, and now you are telling us there's problem in Stephen Center. Okay, we are all ears. We want to hear what the problem is. Nicodemus was now telling us that a big uncle have been having sexual intercourse with the female student. We told him we have never had something of that nature. Where do you get your own story? So when he saw that all of us and the parents were like telling him we don't know anything about that, he now said okay, we should keep that aside. That's when he brought the issue of money. That big uncle has been squandering money. That all of us in Stephen Center, everybody has a sponsor abroad, and everybody has an account that they normally send some money every month, and Reverend Isaac has been squandering the money. So he further says that when Big Uncle, because he's working with Stephen Center as of then, he now said when they said there's money, there was some money that they sent for project at their office in Jos. So Big Uncle removed his share. So he also removed his share, and he said he removed that he stole 2 million out of the money. So we now told him now you are accusing Reverend Isaac Oluwale Newton as a thief. Why do you now steal 2 million also? He was like saying where you work is where you eat. I personally, I have a younger sister who is benefiting from Stephen Center up to date. I asked her, is anything of that nature happening in Stephen Center? She said no. She said if someone would lie to me, not her. That's from that day, I believe there's nothing happening in Stephen Center.
Seriously, everything they are saying is actually lies. Because I've been in this home for close to 17 years now, and I know how everything has been, how everything is still now, and I know who Big Uncle is. All they are saying are lies, nothing but lies. Everything they were saying in the meeting is just actually to lure people and to brainwash people so that they can get more support.
I'm Elisha Joy by name. I came to Stephen Center in the year 2003 September. I was 6 years when I came to Stephen Center, and I graduated in the year 2014. So when I finished, I went back home, not because I was sent back home or because of anything, but because I felt I wanted to see the other side of life for myself and to also learn how to struggle, because all my life I lived on the plateau of good, so I wanted to witness the other side of life. So I went back home and I got admission. I'm in Kaduna State University presently. So one fateful Thursday, I got a call from Joseph Matthias that Joy, we have a meeting, alumni meeting in Kaduna office. So on Saturday night, I got a call from Bryson. He was like, Joy, the meeting will be in television but not in our office. It will be in one Bethel school. So from his statement, I knew something was wrong about that meeting, because our normal venue of having our Old Boys Association meeting is always in the Kaduna office. When I went for the meeting, I was there with some other past seniors that I've not seen for years, since when they graduated, and we've not been in touch. So I was happy, but the attitude they were giving, I sensed this meeting is not just ordinary. And the person in charge of Kaduna office alumni meeting, being the person in charge to speak, he was just beating around the bush, and parents were like, we don't even understand what we came here for, because everybody is just beating around the bush. So after he said okay, he won't be the person to talk about what is happening, he now called on Victor Bawa to come and talk. And Victor Bawa is from Kano, not even from Kaduna precisely. So he came, he said that he wants us to talk about things that's happening in Abeta, how Big Uncle has been sleeping with girls, mismanagement of funds and other things. Then after he finished speaking, he called on Big Joshua. So Big Joshua came, he was like, we are not fighting against Big Uncle. We are not fighting against him, because if it's Big Uncle that we are fighting against, Big Uncle is just a little, it won't even take them a minute, they will finish him. He was like, they are fighting against the voice of St. Matthias. At some point there was misunderstanding in the meeting. They are not really talking in support of us, or maybe they are doing that as they claim they are concerned. They were not really concerned about us, they were just concerned about the grievances that they had with Big Uncle. Most of the people that were even there are people that have stayed with them, that they have bad records of themselves while they were in SCI.
My name is Musa Friday, popularly known as Collins, here in the school. I started my school here in Stevie Center International in the year 2005, where I started from primary 3, and I was being taken good care of here in the school. So I finished my WAEC in the 2013, which I came to Jos. I came to visit my friends there in Jos. Then there I met one of our uncle, Mr. Raphael, by name, in the office there in Jos, because I was privileged to do some work with him there in the lab, which he used to do protestic, that is artificial leg for the victims. And we started discussing about Stevie Center. Then he started telling me that he want to show Big Uncles, that I want to show Big Uncle, that he will make sure he brought Big Uncle to his need. He will frustrate him for what Big Uncle did to him, that Big Uncle brought him there in Jos, because he happens to be the accountant here in the school. So he was taken back to Jos to go and work. Then all of a sudden, this 2017, I start hearing rumors about the school. I start hearing rumors that Mr. Isaac is embezzling money, he's sleeping with the girls, this and that, which when I was in school, I never heard of that issue. Then one of our seniors again came to me. He called me that he wanted to have a talk with me. They were two, which is David Joshua and Gam Moses, there in Jos. He was telling me that there are this money that the white people keep for us, which Baba did not share for us, that the money is on one condition: if only we fought Mr. Isaac and warn him that all what they need to do is to arrest Mr. Isaac. So at the cost of arresting him, then that would justify that he is victim of all those accusations they made on him. Then I said, okay. Then I started recollecting back from what Raphael told me, not knowing that they are still on the same page with their Raphael. So they want to lure us into the group to start saying false accusation against Mr. Isaac. All those accusations they are saying is false, is not true.